Oh boy, here we go. Hello, everybody. Valerie Walton here, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. And today I want to talk to you about whether or not you can, start your network marketing business, start your home business without needing to put any money into it. Do I have to spend money? Do I have to, pay for things? This is a very interesting topic that I haven't really had to talk about in quite a long time. So I'm just gonna go for it and not even really like I don't have any notes or anything. Let me make sure you guys can hear me though. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Let me bring this mic a little closer. Okay, so for those of you, hey, I see my husband is on. For those of you that are tuning in for the very first time, I'm just going to do a quick intro. You guys know the housekeeping thing with the subscribe and the bell and all that, right? Okay, cool. So I am a certified online business coach and marketer, and I like to help people break through. There's so many home business owners that don't know where to begin. They don't know how to go next level. And they'd really like to. They started their business in order to help them create a dream life. And that is what I specialize in. I've been able to do it for myself in just 5 years. My entire life is different thanks to me starting my home business. Now, with saying that, I've had experience in network marketing, MLM, direct sales, and affiliate marketing. So I'm going to kind of cover like all of it, but I don't know, I am going to kind of touch on network marketing a bit throughout the conversation. So for some reason, there are some people who believe that you should be able to join a network marketing business or MLM or, without having to put any money into it. I have no clue where they got that idea from. This is not joining, a high school club. This is you starting a legitimate business. And you are going to need an investment. You need some startup capital. Now, fortunately, when you are starting up a home-based business, right, especially with network marketing or MLM, you're starting it with a very small investment. There was actually an interview that I watched with Richard Branson himself, Sir Richard Branson, talking about this very topic and how he is a big fan of network marketing. Like I heard that come out of his mouth, right? Not just some meme or some quote on Instagram, right? I watched him. And he talked about one of the reasons why he believed it was such a great idea to build up your entrepreneurial skills by starting in a business like that is because the investment is so low. When you think about a traditional business and getting started with that, you're looking at somewhere between $30,000 and $65,000 startup costs, many times a lot more than that. For a franchise, way more than that, 2, 3, 4, 5 times more, depending on what kind of franchise you get. And so it baffles me that people believe that they shouldn't put anything into it and yet expect everything out of it. And I know this sounds cliche, but you should definitely expect to get out of it what you put in. And if you're going to treat your business seriously and treat your business with respect and pour your attention, right, your full attention into it, you will be able to grow a business that will pay you and reward you for putting in, investing that time and attention into it. Okay. So I don't know where this idea came from that I should be able to start a network marketing company. I should be able to join without having to pay nothing. Why don't you pay for me? Or why is there any payment at all? I'm like, what? I've actually heard that before. I mean, nobody said it to me, but I've heard my clients tell me that people have said that to them before. And I'm like, what? And I've seen it online, as I'm sure you have. Another thing that people tend to be concerned about when it comes to starting a home-based business like that, where you're going to be marketing to your network, is a lot of rejection that tends to come with it. Now, mind you, you can get rejection from anything, from any kind of business, if you're not actually presenting yourself and your business in a way that is appealing to your ideal customer, you're going to get rejected a lot. And so the problem is, because people think that they don't need to spend much money, and yet they'll be able to make thousands of dollars per week and per month, they don't really take their business very seriously because they didn't really put any skin in the game. And so with that, they also don't develop any skill sets. And with no skills, you don't make money. Think about what you do right now. Even if it's, flipping burgers or whatever, think about what you do right now to earn a living, to earn money. You had to develop some skill at some point that makes you efficient, or even better, proficient at being able to do what it is that you get paid to do. Think about it, right? If you are a pizza delivery guy, well, you needed the skill to drive. How did you get that skill? Did you just jump up one day and say, you know what, I'm just going to start driving? No, you had to go to driver's ed. You had to pay money for that, right? Before you went to driver's ed, you had to have a learner's permit. You had to pay money for that. Nobody haws and complains about those things. They just say, it's a necessary part of the game. And yet when it comes to a home business, they don't want it to be a scam, and yet they treat it exactly like a scam. The whole lottery mentality of don't do much, but get a lot, get a windfall of money, is not the way to run a successful, stable business that creates a legacy. Stop. It just doesn't work like that. And so you will need to make investments. You will need to create a budget for your business. But hopefully what you're doing is developing a skill set more than anything else. If you develop the right skills necessary to grow your home business, you will start to bring in some cash flow, which you can then take and use that cash flow to pour back into your business for additional investments and expenditures. Okay. If you don't do that, if you don't focus on developing any kind of skill, and you just wing it, and you just go up to friends and family, and you think that's your warm market because Susie Q in your upline told you so, it is really time to switch up the game. It's time to come up with an actual business strategy where you will actually be marketing to your true network. Okay. Your warm market is not your friends and family. Your friends and family are people whom you happen to be familiar with. However, they do not perceive you as an entrepreneur. 9 times out of 10, when people get started in a business like network marketing, affiliate marketing, anything online, right? And you have to be the face of your company and the brand of your company, your friends and family don't know you like that. And so they're not going to take you seriously, especially if you've been hopping from company to company. I call it MLM hopscotch. If you've been doing that, they don't trust you at all, because they're like, how are you going to lead me? And you can't even lead yourself. How are you suddenly an entrepreneur when, I just used to see you hanging out on the street corner, or I just know you from being that little girl with pigtails, or I just know you as the little kid with the snotty nose all the time. I don't know. But you have to think about how they view you. You also need to think about whether or not they're actually in your target audience. Are they actually people who fit the problem that your business solves? Before you answer, I want you to think. Because see, most people will just jump out with, yes, of course. Everybody's a prospect. And everybody is not a prospect. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. If I were to join an MLM that say they sold specialty shoes, right? Let's say I'm in an MLM that sells discount Louboutins, right? Now, there are some pros and cons to this that I'm sure you are already conjuring up in your head, but follow me along this journey, okay? So if I have this amazing shoe business and my prospect tells, I'm sorry, not my prospect, my upline comes and tells me, hey, listen, Val, this is it right here. You're going to make all the money right here. You know why? Because everybody has feet. So everybody's a prospect. Now get on out there, talk to as many people as you can. Some will, some won't. So what? Sure, you're going to get rejected 9 times out of 10. It's okay. Just keep going. Ever heard anything similar to that? Now let's think about what kinds of shoes I sell. I sell Louboutins, women's shoes, high-heeled shoes, or maybe I should say for the people with feminine energy, right? But those shoes are not for everybody. Hell, they're not even for me. I can't walk around in heels, okay? I should, I'm 5'1", I need heels. But point is this, there are people out here who, yes, they have feet, but they also have preferences because they're human. So just because I sell shoes to people who have feet, there's more to it than that. And if you don't dig any deeper and you don't select, right, make a choice as to who your target audience is based on the problem that you solve, you're going to run into a lot of obstacles. I'm here to help you avoid that. Okay. So again, I would need to think about, well, what problem does my business solve? If I sell, high-end shoes at a discount price, what problem does that solve? Right? People who love to look luxurious, but perhaps it doesn't fit in their budget to go to the retail stores, right? People who, like to accessorize, it makes them feel, an extra layer of confidence on top of the confidence they already have inside. These are different things that I can start thinking about, and then I can go from there. If I never take the time to think about these things, and instead I just go up to any and everybody that I see with feet, I'm going to become an annoyance, not an attraction. And you want to attract people to you. If you don't want to have to spend money in your business, then make sure that your business is generating enough money to pour back into the business. So nothing's coming out of pocket. But from the very beginning, from day one, yes, there will be an investment. Okay. So just remember that your target audience is not any and everybody, because that doesn't make it a target. That doesn't zero in on the bullseye on that target, right? It's everybody. So if you were playing darts and I said, and you were playing it for the first time and I hand you a dart and you say, okay, what exactly am I supposed to throw this dart at? What's the goal? And I say, oh, anywhere you want on the wall. That's not a target. We can't do that with our business. We can't say any and everybody, right? And with my shoe example, there are people who love cowboy boots and that's all they wear. They're not my target audience. There are people who only like athletic shoes, Nike all day, swoosh. Not my target audience, even though they have feet. So I have to be a little bit more specific with who my target audience is. Okay. So that's one little bonus nugget to helping you get off the ground with your network marketing business, so that you're not spending as much money. Here's something else. When I talk about spending money, here's where I believe you should be spending the bulk of your money spending, right? To me, it's really an investment. But where you should be putting the bulk of your money is into building your skills. Why? Because nobody can take that away from you. Once you've got them for life, and you can carry them with you everywhere you go. The problem with people jumping from company to company is that they think there's something outside of them that's going to bring success to them, because they don't realize that the success starts in here on the inside and in here and in here, right? And because they don't realize that, they're constantly running away from their own success, thinking they're running towards it. Child, is crazy. So we don't want to do that. Okay. Instead, we want to focus on figuring out, how can we tap into the success that we already have? You're already successful at something. You already have a skill set at something. Is there some way we can incorporate your strengths and your skills into your network marketing business, into your own personal brand that, once again, attracts people to you? This is a way for you to not have to spend so much money. Another place that people go wrong is thinking that that's all they need to do is spend money and then they can have a successful business. That's not true either. Prime example, child, Facebook ads. Facebook ads. I see people all the time say, oh my gosh, I can just start a business page on Facebook, start a fan page, go pay for ads, child, get in that business manager, bam, 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 put, $200, $500 for some ads, and bam, that $500 is going to turn into $500,000 in like 2 weeks. No, because doing ads is a skill. And if you don't have the skill, I don't care how much money you put into the ad, you are going to be putting your money into a pocket that's full of holes. You are going to be hemorrhaging money. You're going to lose it, and you're not going to see a return. Tough pill to swallow, especially if you're just getting started and you're putting everything into ads and nothing into a skill set. So if you're going to start your network marketing business, first thing is you're going to need to pay that initial investment, whatever the startup fee is, right? They call it many different things, your startup, your initiation, your membership, like whatever, just get in. Once again, like Richard Branson said, it is so cheap for you to be able to start a business like that. Most network marketing companies that you join are well under $1,000, some under $500, some under $200, some for $1. So don't go based on that. Another bonus tip, choose based on what you want to do, what problems you want to solve. Where can you take your strengths, your skill sets, your abilities, your gifts, and pour it into solving a problem for people? Choose a business based on that, because that's what's going to help keep you self-motivated. It's going to help you to continue getting up and remembering your why and all that kind of stuff. That's really what you want to do. Okay. So all in all, can you build a network marketing business without having to spend money? Yes and no. You're not spending it, you're investing it, number one. Because like I said, if you have a skill set, that'll take you places for life. You will always have that, and you will always have a means to be successful. And then no, in terms of if you have the skills, then you'll be able to use the business's money to make more money with the business as opposed to your own out-of-pocket money. And you'll easily and quickly be able to make a return on the investment if you have the skill set. And again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Your skills is what's going to help you make more money and deliver more influence to your target audience. How do I know? Oh, let me tell you a story. You might have heard bits and pieces of this story. I'm still not allowed to give the full story until November. So subscribe now so you can see when that video comes out. But anyway, I built up a skill set that allows me to be able to make 5 figures a month. Now I'm shooting to go next level and 10x that. With this skill set, thank God it belonged to me. I have seen people join network marketing companies where they made a lot of money in that company, and for some reason or another, things came to an end, and that stream of income ran dry. Whether the company shut down, the company changed the comp plan, the person decided to leave, the person got kicked out, whatever the case may be. And then that person said, oh no, there goes all my money. There goes all my success. I have nothing. And that is a sad way to think, because they did not realize that they weren't dependent on the company in order to be successful. They found something within that helped them to be successful. The company was just a tool in which they facilitated, growing their success even more. It wasn't that the company was responsible for them being successful. If that were the case, everybody would be in that company, and they're not. Because the thing is, every legitimate network marketing company is great, has great comp plans, great people in it. But which one is the right one for you? Which one speaks to your values, to your strengths, right? Those are the things that you really want to focus on. We don't need to worry so much about the money. Because see, if I find a company that I know is in alignment with the things I believe in, I don't care how much it costs. I don't care if I don't even have the money right now. I will get resourceful and come up with it, right? Anyway, back to the story. So I was in a network marketing company where, thanks to the skill sets that I developed, I was able to hit 5 figures a month in just 5 months. Some people don't do that, and they've been in those companies for 5 years, right? Then rug got pulled out from under me. There was all kinds of diabolical scheming going on, child. It was ridiculous. I felt like I suddenly found myself stuck on the playground with a bunch of toddlers having temper tantrums. You know what I mean? I felt like I was dealing with a bunch of children and not mature adults. And I said to myself, is this the kind of example that I want to set for my viewers, my subscribers? Is this the kind of example I want to set for my children who watch me every day grow my business? Is this the kind of example that I want to set for myself as I get up every day and strive to be a better person today than I was yesterday? Is this the type of environment in which I am giving of myself and to myself to be able to grow into that and step into a greater version of myself? Am I creating an environment where it's healthy enough for me to be able to do that? And the answer was no. There were circumstances beyond my control that happened because I didn't know anything about it. But in the end, I made my final decision, and that decision was to leave. I could no longer do business where I felt like the people in it had no integrity. And I'm not just talking about the uplines or the downlines. I'm not just talking about them, because I can work alone, child. Okay. I'm also talking about the actual company and the leadership within the company, the corporate office. They were involved in shenanigans. And I was like, I need to go. Meaning I was going to be walking away from 5 figures a month with that company. See, I have other streams of income that kept me afloat till I figured out the next thing I wanted to do. I was fine. Most people would be like, oh Lord, I'm leaving behind 5 figures a month. Oh Lord. Not me. I was okay. Because I knew that I would be able to sleep at night. I knew that after I slept well, I could get up in the morning with my head held high. I knew that I could still walk in integrity. That made me feel better than anything else. That to me was worth more than the 5 figures a month, since they put me in a position where I had to choose. And when you're in a healthy environment, you don't have to choose. You can have it all. You can have the money and the integrity. Okay. But in that particular instance, I had to choose. So I chose my dignity and I walked away from there. What's so funny is the fact that after I made my decision and I told them why, they come crawling back. Oh, let's talk about this. Can't we? I said, no, I wanted to talk about it right when I discovered things were happening. And you guys didn't want to do that. Y'all were sneaking around in a cloak or something, child. I don't know what they were doing. I didn't have time for that. So I said, no, you all have helped me realize this is not for me. And I went on to grow even further, right? I went on to my next company. I rank advanced faster in that next company than I did in the previous one. Today, I'm not doing any network marketing because I decided to focus on creating my own brand of products and courses and my own coaching program. I'm bringing back this program I had back in 2016. That makes me feel better about myself and about what I do for a living. Okay. Now, I'm not knocking network marketing companies. I'm not even really knocking that company. They just were not in alignment with what I wanted to do. Great products. They had great products, but the leadership sucked. And maybe those people are gone, child. I don't know. But it was wonderful to know that everything that made me successful in that company, I brought with me when I stepped in there. And I also took with me when I left. That's the importance of having skills. If you're going to spend money on something, spend money on learning to grow the skills. And especially if you can grow the skills where you can shorten your learning curve. This is why you hear me talk so much about the level 1 workshop, which is a workshop that I do with a team of other coaches. It's a group of friends of mine, and we all happen to be business coaches. We come together about every 6 weeks and we host this amazing workshop. Why? To help you grow, to help you learn in 3 days what took me 5 years to learn, so that you don't have to sit there and take 5 years when you don't have to, right? It's learning how to properly get out here and network and market for your network marketing business. It will help you to be able to use social media properly to market your business by not being fake social, but being a real human being connecting with other human beings to help them solve a problem that they have. It is as simple as that. This is what business is all about. Whether you're in network marketing, affiliate marketing, or even if you're not, any business is focused on problem solving for your customers, not solving just your own problems. It maybe your problem is, I started this business because I need to make extra money. Fine. Nothing wrong with you wanting to make extra money. Nothing wrong with having that desire. But the focus needs to be on you being a public servant. You are serving a specific particular set of folks who fit the description that is your target audience. Okay. And if you focus on these things, you will be able to not only make back the money you spent, but finally get yourself in profit mode and stay in profit mode because you have a solid foundation for your business. Whether you stay in the same company for decades, or if you leave to go into a better company that is better aligned with your values. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, these skills will always be with you. And they are the skills that will allow you to pay your bills for the rest of your life. You don't believe me? Come check it out. Check out why there is a 100% success rate inside this workshop. Check out what hundreds of people have to say who have attended. And some even came back a second time or a third time or a fourth time because they can't stay away. It's that powerful of a workshop. Check out why, it's not just a 3-day lecture. It is a hands-on, you're going to get up off your buns, roll up your sleeves, get to work type of deal. And you're going to be so glad you did, because at the end of the weekend, you're going to be a new person. Don't believe me? Get a ticket and find out. If I'm wrong, you can tell everybody on social media and get your money back. But I'm not wrong, or I wouldn't even share this with you. Okay. So if you want to have a successful, stable, legitimate, respectable business, spend a little money. And again, I'm not talking about, tens of thousands of dollars, just talking about maybe a couple $100 in order to build your skill set, but be prepared to continually invest and to continually get training. Even for me as a cosmetologist, I have to do continued education if I want to keep my senior license. So in the state that I live in, a senior license means that I am an expert in cosmetology. And I also happen to have 2 specialties, trichology and chemistry. Now, I'm not a practicing cosmetologist right now. I just have my license because I love what I do with my home business, and it replaced my cosmetology income. So I'm okay. But I wanted to use that as an example. Just because I went to cosmetology school and got the initial skill sets years ago, it doesn't mean that I get to stop learning and growing. You stop growing, you start dying. You don't want that for your business, right? So the way that you keep growing and your business keeps growing is that you get an ongoing skill set. And what a great way to do it in an environment where there's a 100% success rate, and in an environment where it does not break the bank. It actually fits any average person's budget. Okay. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to leave in the description box a link for you to be able to come check out the level 1 workshop. And you'll get all the details, all the information there. And like I said, it is a 1/10 of the cost of what it used to be back when we held them in person in Austin, Texas. So just make sure that you check that out. And if you have any other questions, or if there's a specific topic that you would like for me to cover, please feel free to post it right here in the chat. I would love to be able to give you a shout out, possibly some days even have you on as a guest for us to discuss the things, if you're not too shy, for us to discuss the things that you have questions and concerns about. You, the network marketer, you, the course creator, you, the affiliate marketer. In what ways can I serve you to help you get where you're trying to go in your business, whether it's part-time or full-time? Let me know. I'll be happy to create some content for you. All right. That's pretty much it for today. Can you build your business without having to spend money? Yes and no. Yes, you do initially, and spend it on the skill set so that you get a huge return on your investment, so that then you can also not have to spend money because the money is going to be coming out of the revenue. All right, cool. Thank you guys. Oops. I clicked a button by mistake. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.